I'd like to welcome everyone to the call this evening. My name is Nicole Peterson, and I've got the honor and pleasure of introducing our host and presenter tonight. Andy's an entrepreneur at heart. He's an industry-leading multi-million-dollar producer with over 15 years of networking experience. He's previously served as a master distributor twice before and co-authored 2 networking compensation plans. He spent 20 years of his career in the investment and financial arena, working in and around Wall Street, as well as Vice President of Liberty Financial, and is formally licensed Series 6763. With this background, he understands that profitability equates to retention, and therefore provides long-term residual income for the masses. Andy's going to share with you tonight why there will never be a better time than right now to be involved in what we call the digital revolution, and how this opportunity and company is one of the key players in this global era. So without further ado, we warmly welcome the global master distributor for the cryptocurrency company called Vizionary.
Well, thank you for that humbling introduction. I appreciate all you do, Nicole. Nicole is an integral part of the marketing arm and the logistics that are happening behind the scenes for really the company worldwide. So welcome everyone to Vizionary, and welcome to the digital revolution. We are Vizionary, and we're going to do these calls every Sunday night, unless otherwise directed, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, we're going to get started here. I know time is of the essence, so I will start this, and I apologize for last week's visual and audio interruption. Of course, our server crashed, and we learned, or Nicole researched some things, and tonight you will not be seeing me on the camera because one of the rules of this platform is if you're going to stream live, they won't record it. So now we're going to do the voiceover, what you're going to see now, the presentation. So real quickly, I'll introduce myself. Nicole touched upon a little bit of my background. And I think she might have said I was currently licensed as a financial planner, which I am not. I relinquished all licenses back in 2008 simply because I saw things in typical financial markets that, quite honestly, made me go in a different direction and explore different income possibilities. So that's why I really left the financial world in that capacity. But tonight we're here to talk about Vizionary, so welcome to the call. For those of you that this is your first call, at the end of this call we're going to really try to identify some leaders. We're going to try to motivate some teams. We're going to try to get to know some of our leaders, and the reciprocal of that, or on the other end, we want some of the affiliates, some of the people that are going to help us with the foundation and the pioneers to get started. At the end of the call, we're going to run a promo that I will explain in a little bit further detail. But for most of you, this is the first time you've been on the call, so let's explain really what Vizionary is. And Vizionary is exactly this. Vizionary is a platform really designed to be a digital payment solution. Now, it's a digital means of exchange, because you've got to understand, folks, that we are on the precipice of probably the largest movement of money from e-exchange, the digital world, all the smartphones and all the technology out there. A lot of Vizionary came into really being it's a crypto coin with really unprecedented potential. We're going to change the way that money is exchanged in the marketplace. So this company, Vizionary, and the mastermind behind this was an individual that I flew to Spain to meet by the name of Frode Berg, who is Norwegian, and Ladislav Pastor out of Slovakia. Frode led the charge in the vision of what he wanted to present. He looked at a lot of different cryptocurrencies over the past several years, and he saw some glaring problems with their platforms and how they function. So we set about to improve that, and Frode really was the integral part of having the vision of how to solve the problems in the marketplace today. So we introduced Vizionary to you. So Vizionary is a digital means of exchange. It's a digital payment solution. It is a direct target marketing platform, because we're going to have a loyalty program that will be further dissected at a later date, and we'll show you how we're going to penetrate Main Street USA. So with that said, Frode, he was the founder. He's had experience, and I think the group of us combined, the founder and the co-founder, I think we have around 50 years of experience in network marketing and a bit more than that in real life applicable business building. So really, Frode was the mastermind behind the platform that I'm going to present here today. And it's always nice that one of your strategic partners, which is Topsites, has a vested interest in our platform as well. So anytime technology is part of the recipe that puts all of us in a great position to be successful, it's always great to know. So our mission really is to create an active global user base for the Capricoin. Now, the Capricoin is our digital currency, and we'll get into that here in just a second. And by becoming, it's our intent to be that reliable, trusted, branded digital currency worldwide. And we are going to do things and promote and adopt this coin through some different networking, through marketing, through personalized marketing, like I had said earlier, that quite honestly will be exciting for fun for just about everybody. But let's first talk about what is cryptocurrency, what is the problems with cryptocurrency, and how has Vizionary improved the mousetrap. Well, cryptocurrency really started approximately 6 years ago in 2009 by a company called Bitcoin. And it was a medium of exchange, and it was a payment solution. But anybody has the ability to actually mine or participate and mine their own coins if you wanted, but you would need some specialized equipment, specialized computer algorithms, and the knowledge to be able to perform such a task. So what our number one product is, outside of being a digital means of exchange or a digital payment solution, is we sell mining time. Now, that mining time will allot you, or you will acquire Capricoin from that mining. And we'll get into that in just a second. But crypto companies really came into existence, and the big one being 2009, but there were some inherent flaws with the currencies. They took a long time to mine. They took a long time to get verification of funds. So let's say you're a pizza place owner and you wanted to accept Bitcoin. Well, some Bitcoin transactions, the verifying end of it, could take up to an hour. So it wasn't real conducive to real-time goods and services and the flow of money. So Bitcoin really was adopted and really was what I've called a speculator's playground. It was for investors. It was for speculators that, wanted to put money in and take it out real quick. And that's a good thing to a point. Here's the downfall. At some point, you run out of speculators. You run out of investors. It hits a critical mass in which you've accumulated all this cryptocurrency, and now there's no buyers. So you're stuck with all this currency with no means of really capturing your profit, because at some point, everything hits critical mass. And when there's more buyers than sellers, that's a problem. When there's more sellers than buyers, that's a problem. And that's what creates volatility in the marketplace. And at the height of Bitcoin, I think it hit $1,200 or $1,300 and then abruptly dropped down to $200 or $300. Now, it's become a lot more stable. The speculators have gone, and now it's a platform in which you can utilize, but it's not a true supply and demand platform. And that was a huge problem. Now, that's kind of an overview of what really cryptocurrency is. Cryptocurrency is the evolution of banking. We had the boom of the credit cards in the 50s, the debit cards in the 80s, online banking in the 90s. And what I've really coined, the next evolution of money is digital currency. It's how all means of exchange will happen in the future, whether it's person-to-person, peer-to-peer, merchant-to-person, online, offline. We have moved in such a way that technology has dominated the last decade. I mean, think of all the things that you use and do that are really based from a computer, a smartphone, etc. The kiosks and chips and credit cards, everything, the movement of money. This is just what I call the evolution of money, and it's or the evolution of banking. And with that, especially towards Bitcoin, was this created a lot of volatility in the marketplace. So let me put that into perspective for you. If you're that pizza place owner and you're accepting Bitcoin as payment for your pizza, not only does your customer have to wait around up to an hour to get confirmation of funds, but think about what that really means to the merchant. That merchant is selling a product or a good or service real time. He has X number of cost in it and X number of profit in it. And he was under the assumption, let's use Bitcoin again, that the value of that Bitcoin was $1,200. Well, within that same month, Bitcoin dropped to half its value. Now, he accepted Bitcoin as a speculative currency, as a speculative cryptocurrency, and now the value had dropped 50%. So the merchants weren't ready to sell real-time goods and services and receive speculative currency in exchange. And one of our innovative marketing ideas and things that we are beta testing as we speak that will revolutionize the industry will be brought to your attention in the very near future, where we can facilitate the movement of money more efficiently, safer, and faster than just about anybody on the planet. That's the future of money, and that's a quick overview of what cryptocurrency is. Now, a lot of people say, Andy, how much is your Capricoin? And I tell them I don't know what the current cost of Capricoin is, because Capricoin is not the product that we are selling. Understand that we are selling mining time, known as mints, M-I-N-T-S, and we'll touch on it a little bit later here. But mining time allows you to pool with other miners. It allows you to pool time, and that time, through a mathematical equation, through sophisticated algorithms and computerized, it creates our coin, which is the Capricoin. Now understand that this mining is 100% automated. Let our systems work for you, because you could do it on your own. However, it would be very expensive, and you would definitely need to go back to school to learn algorithms. Unfortunately, I've had the pleasure of learning algorithms, and it's not that fun. So, what is mining? Mining is exactly what I just said. It's algorithms, it's specialized computers. And once they solve the mathematical equation, coins are created. Now, so what is our product? Our wholesale platform, known as Capricoin, allows us as end users, as affiliates, as members on this private, membership-only, pure supply and demand platform to mine for Capricoins. Now, with that said, mining and mining time is our product. Now, I said earlier, we are a digital means of exchange. We're a digital payment solution. We're targeted marketing. We're going to have a loyalty program. But our number one product is mining time. We do the hard work for you. Let computers work in our favor. And that's what mining is. So we have 3, 4, 5 different products, the most crucial being mining time. And the only way that you can get mining time is to come into our members-only platform. Now, we've talked earlier about the Bitcoin, and I won't get much into this slide, but what we learned from Bitcoin was this, that a currency needs to stand on its own volition. It needs to be a closed, pure supply and demand platform, because I see other cryptocurrencies out there that are arbitrarily increasing the value of their coins based on nothing. It kind of reminds me of when the governments do quantitative easing and they print money and print money and print money and devalue whatever currency that might be. Same thing applies here. By arbitrarily increasing the price of your currency, you devalue it. It's called inflation. It does not need to be backed by any type of commodity. All that does is pollute the value of the currency itself. Bitcoin has taught us it's the #1 currency, cryptocurrency in the world, and it is widely accepted by about 250,000 different people or merchants. So it tells us that it doesn't need to be backed by a commodity, but what it does need to be backed by is faith of the people in a true supply and demand platform. Because understand, all fiat currencies and all what I have deemed fiat cryptocurrencies at some point will fail. The platform will not sustain itself. So if you got in early, yeah, you could make a whole lot of money in some of those companies. But no, down the road when they hit the critical mass, when there's no buyers, all sellers, it won't sustain itself. So that was the biggest problem that we saw in just about every cryptocurrency that we saw out there. What's the answer, and how do we solve this, the problem? What's the solution to the problem? The solution to the problem is members dictate the price through pure supply and demand, through usage, through volume. Our parent company cannot arbitrarily increase the value of Capricoin or devalue your Capricoin or have an inflationary effect on our currency. And that's huge. That's what sets us apart from everything else out there. If you're a speculator, you're an investor, and you want to spin the wheel and play a money game, then there's platforms out there that you can actually do that. We want to be that reliable, trusted digital currency that is reliable, that we've eliminated the threat of volatility. We want to be in this for the long haul. We're not in this for a couple of years, take the money and run. I know it's appealing for a lot of people, but at the end of the day, you're no better off than where you were today than where you'll be 3 years from now. At some point, every fiat currency in history, and there's been about 4,000 of them, have all gone bankrupt. There's always a rise, there's always an apex, there's always a decline, and there's always a default. Why? Because it's not pure supply and demand. If you can present a platform that's pure supply and demand, it will sustain itself. And there will be value and benefits to all that use it. And that's what we've built. So we're completely different. Now, Capricoin. I kind of got ahead of myself a little bit here on the slides. I get to talking, but that's exactly what we are. We have identified that overall, we're going to have a control. We're going to have a constant. We're going to issue or allocate 200 million coins, and that's it. We've simplified everything about cryptocurrency. Why? We're going to make it accessible for everyone. We've got innovative marketing strategies we're going to share with you in the coming weeks, coming months. So we are that digital payment solution. We are that PayPal, that MasterCard, that currency trading platform, if you will. And we have mobile apps that are going to allow us to take advantage of great offers and apps that allow us to move money and facilitate the movement of money much easier. Now, some of these things we're not ready to divulge yet. Understand it's a very competitive climate in which we operate. So a lot of the things and strategies that we're going to present in the future are going to be kept under a tight seal and a lid until that time. I can tell you it's coming. I can tell you they're being tested. I can tell you that we're having great results with them. So be patient on some of the marketing, some of the ideas and strategies that we're going to utilize to facilitate the movement of money. Because without the movement of money, without volume, then we become the speculator's playground. Then we have everybody that's sitting on a whole bunch of currency, and we don't have any buyers. And that's a problem. We've eliminated that problem. Understand macroeconomics, and you'll understand. Now, mining pool. What is this mining all about? How does it work? Well, this is probably the easiest one of all. A mining pool, as it says right there. As all members come onto the mining platform, we take the number of weekly mined Capricoins and we place them in a pool. So that means every member that has come on board is going to buy mining time, which is known as mints. And the number of those participants in the pool use 50 mints. And participating members all share in the pool. So the more mints you have, the more Capricoins you get. So it works like this. Let's assume, and I don't want to get into a whole lot of numbers with you, but amount of coins mined in a week divided by the total number of slots used in a week times however many slots you have is going to equal the number of Capricoins that are allocated or generated or created. Now, I got in approximately 2 weeks ago, and I bought my first mining time. I got one slot. I wanted to see what it looked like. I wanted to see how it worked. I wanted to see what the back office. It was kind of my own beta test. So the first week I got in, the number of coins that were mined that particular week is very easy. Let's back up real quick. 50 units equals one slot. And if you took on our wholesale platform 50 units times 0.105 cents, meaning 10.5 cents, you would find that one slot is equivalent to approximately 5.25 euro. So the first week I got in, my one slot that cost me 5.25 euro, I divided that by the number of Capricoins that were allocated per slot. Now, that first week, for the units and the time, or I'm sorry, for the time that I mined, it generated 261 coins for that slot. So if you do some basic math, my cost on that a mining time was 525 divided by 261.64311 coins. My cost was just about 2 cents. Now, for legal reasons, we cannot give you a pro forma, and this, I'll just say a disclosure now, that is not indicative or have anything to do what the next week of mining will produce. Remember, as it says on the screen, your value or cost per Capricoin is determined by the members in a supply and demand platform. We're going to take the total number of coins mined in a week, and we're going to divide that by the total number of slots in a week. So we're going to have some members, and they're all going to have slots, and we're going to take the total number of slots of all members, and that's going to generate a number of Capricoins that are created collectively. And that'll also give us the basis of, okay, that week a Capricoin cost me 2 cents. Now, the next week I did it. I went to the max. I did 80 slots for that mining week. Same mathematical equation. I bought the mining time at the same price as I did the first week, but because there was more participants the second week, meaning I went out and recruited some folks, got some other people interested, and more people joined in on mining, because there was more people that mined, it generated 156 coins last week. And I think my cost was right around, plus or minus, right around 3 cents. So mining is very easy, guys. When you look at this document, it clearly is a supply and demand platform. Know that our product is mining time. And to stay active in our platform, well, I'll get into that when we briefly go over the qualification and comp plan. So that's mining. Mining units. This one is very simple as well, and it really parlays off of the other one. This presentation that I'm doing the overview on right now, if you can't read it on your screen, if you want further clarification and those types of things, this can be found at visionaryabc.com under downloads, under presentation. This is all the different ways members buy mints, members retailing mints, members earning commissions, because understand, here's what happens. The only way to mine Capricoin is to use the mining units to get a part of the weekly mining pool. And we know that it takes 1 slot or 50 units to participate in that mining pool. Now, on that platform, come July 1st when we launch, we will open it up where you can buy and sell. Now, the members buy and sell mining units between ourselves. That's what makes it pure supply and demand. And that range is going to be between, as you can see, 0.200 and 0.400. That's 20 cents and 40 cents. So, with that said, we are buying and selling Capricoins on the platform. That's the assumption. But what we're really doing on the wholesale platform is selling mining time. Now, that mining time creates a Capricoin. Very easy to understand. Now, system rebalancing. I told you that I had mined my first 2 weeks. And my second week, I think, with 80 slots, I think I acquired just over 12,000 Capricoin. Now, because I participated by having 1 slot per week in the system, I got rewarded for that. And without going into a whole bunch of detail, understand what this system rebalancing process really is. This is going to allocate new free mints or mining time to members, so the system goes back up to the total number issued by the company. What's all that mean? That means if you stay active, meaning you have 1 slot per week for a 10-week period, that you are going to be rewarded for your participation, and you are going to acquire more mining time, which equates to more Capricoin. So at the end of the day, our currency, by participation, through volume, through pure supply and demand platform, is going to earn you additional mining time, which equates to additional Capricoin. It's that simple. Don't make it any more complicated than what it is. I can't say it any easier. I can't say it any simpler than what I did. Now, that's the system rebalancing. Now, why is that important, what we do? A lot of companies that are in this industry call that splitting. Now, splitting, as we touched on before, is that good for you or is that bad for you? Well, splitting can be good and splitting can be bad. Splitting in a supply and demand or a sysrep or a system rebalancing process in a closed supply and demand platform is a good thing. A splitting of a speculative investment just devalues the currency. It's like inflation, like we talked about before. It is the quantitative easing of a fiat currency. But in this case, it's a fiat digital currency. And there's a difference. Because like we said, once it hits critical mass of the speculators and the investors, there's all sellers and no buyers. What good is that? that creates the volatility. That could mean that you're left with, 100,000 cryptocurrencies that nobody wants to buy. What good is that? Here, everything we do, we add more value and benefit to the value of the coin than what it costs. And we'll get into the details of how that works at a later date. But for now, because I was active for the time that I've been in, by having at least one slot, those slots are dictated or really capped on a weekly basis according to your package level that we'll get into in the next slide or two. So that's the System Rebalancing Act. And it's a process. Don't make it more difficult than it is. It's a good thing for you. It's and can be very profitable for you. So the mining packages. And we'll look at these, and I think you guys can see this. The very first thing it says, the retail package through Capricoin.biz gives you one mining slot in the weekly Capricorn mining pool. We are not at the point yet to divulge how that's going to work in the retail package, but we can. And for the pioneers and the visionaries that have come on, we've got really 4 package levels. Everybody comes in as a bronze, and they can utilize a credit card to do so. It's 97 euros. That will get you into the system. That will get you in quickly. That will automatically give you 2 units or 2 slots of mining time the first week. Now, we've relaxed some of the qualifications as we move to launch, so we're all still active. Don't anybody freak out or we understand we're just getting launched and what's going on. But the bronze package is really come in, stick your toes in the water, engage in our culture, check out the back office, go to our wholesale platform, and understand the movement of money and what our platforms really are. But it doesn't add any mining time to your account. So it really is limited to its scope of 2 mining slots for that week. So it lets you get exposed to what our platform really is. So with that said, it also has a commissionable value of 50. Now, for the people that want to come in and build a distribution arm, that want to be active, understand cryptocurrencies, digital currency, and the evolution of money and how there's a few other package levels, and they're really $297, $897, and $28.97. And within those values, as you can see, they come with mining slots included. So let's say you came in at the gold level for 897 euro. And I won't get into it now. I'm going to do an overview and a comp plan training Tuesday that will get into the specifics of the comp plan and how it works. But the gold package is the price point and the really acquisition cost that makes this whole platform move, that really puts people in the best possible situation for success. It's at a price point most people can afford, but know that the silver, gold, and platinum levels, when you upgrade from bronze to silver, gold, or platinum, this must be done by wire, and it can be uploaded right into your back office. So it's very nice, it's very easy, it's very convenient. Now, with that said, every package level also has a cap on mining slots weekly. Silver is 8, gold's 24, and platinum is 80. That means the total number of slots or mining time you can have in any given week at that package level. Silver's 8 slots per week, gold is 24, and platinum is 80 slots per week. As you can see, it also, a portion of that package and that educational package that we sell and the mining time, you also get 50 euros, 250 euro, and 850 euro on your trading account. Mints is short for mining time. So when you see mints, don't get all confused. It's mining time. It's what our wholesale platform is. Capricoin is the selling and buying of mining time between members that derives our entire platform. So that silver, gold, and platinum, you are actually having money on your wholesale account in which you can go and buy mining time. And the byproduct of mining time is Capricoin, the currency. Now, all of these levels have different implications that we'll get into, but on the surface, very easy. They all have commissionable values, 500, 200, 600, and 2,000. And we won't get into max mint eligibility for the SysRep. That I'll do on Tuesday in the comp plan, or maybe even an advanced comp plan training. But for the basis, you have an option. At any time, you can upgrade your package, and it is inclusive of the cost. So if you came in at bronze and you went to gold, your balance remaining would be 800 euros. You paid 97 for the bronze on your credit card when you came in, when you secured your spot, when you got your place in genealogy and the binary. Now, when you upgrade to gold, you simply, in the upper right-hand corner of your back office, you click upgrade to whatever package level, and it'll say pay with gift card or pay by wire. Of course, since it's really the only option, you pay by wire, and a screen pops up that gives you wiring instructions. And I'll leave this one note. When going to the bank to wire, please consider the conversion rate. And the conversion rate from US dollars to euro, for example, today was approximately 1.14, I believe. So if you did just basic math, or an idea, a 800 euro gold package, because I took off the 97 euro that you already paid for the bronze, so that the remaining balance for gold would be approximately 800 euros, converted into USD at 1.13, 1.14, somewhere in there. You're going to add, it's going to be about $900 or 920. Your banker, your financial institution that you visit, simply ask them how many US dollars, or how whatever currency that you're using, how many krone, or how many Hong Kong dollars, or how many yuan, or whatever it might be, equates to the value, 800 euros, and they'll be able to tell you. So in the US, if you're going down to your bank and you're going to send a wire, ask the financial representative, how many US dollars is equal to 800 euros? Because that's how many dollars you want to send by wire. Once you have your wire, in your back office, you will get a reference number when the wiring instructions populate in your back office. Write that reference number down on your proof, or the copy of the receipt that you get from your bank, and upload that into your back office. Very easy to do. Now, those are mining packages. Those are what's going to allow you to experience all the value, all the benefits of what our platforms, what our currency has to offer. So that's mining packages. Now, compensation plan. I am not going to get into the compensation plan tonight. For those of you that want to preview the comp plan, it can be also found on Vizionary. Vizionary with a Z, as in zebra, .abc.com. There's a video right there. It's a tab called the comp plan. And for those of you that want a little bit more in depth in the downloads, there's a fast start type document. What are the benefits of becoming a platinum member? Because there are some great benefits to becoming a platinum member right from the get-go. Guys, you've got to understand there will never ever be a better time and a more cost-effective value in mining time than what you have right now. So, as we get started, the comp plan, real easily. It's really broken up into three different portions. Fast start bonuses for recruiting, the ability to ability to build a team, and then the ability to mentor and train leaders to be successful as well. You get a matching bonus on your leaders. And then there's a couple other ways that internally that we actually, by participating in a SysRep, a 10-week period and you remain active for those 10 weeks with one slot per week, you're also going to acquire additional mining time through participation. These are all great things. So in essence, we're having the ability to have value on our currency on the platform. So the comp plan Tuesday, I believe, I think Nicole said. So I won't get into it, but it's very basic. We didn't want to make it very confusing. We wanted it to be fair and equitable for all parties involved. We didn't want rigorous sponsoring requirements and a whole bunch of hoops that we had to jump through, because many of you know that have heard me before, profitability equates to retention. And we've designed a platform here that puts you in the best possible scenario for being successful. And when the byproduct of your product is money, that's an awfully good thing. Think of it that way. Now, to wrap things up, in summary, we mine, we trade, and we share. It's all about the movement of money, member to member, peer to peer, business to business, member, merchant, and end user. Now, timing. A lot of people understand the value of timing, not only in the network marketing arena, meaning timing. You're the first one on your block to know about something and you share it with your neighbors. 9 times out of 10, they don't know anything about it. That is where the first company, especially what we're doing, the first company that is able to penetrate markets in the proper way with a true supply and demand platform will be the ones that get the lion's share and are able to sustain themselves in good times and bad for the long haul. That is exactly what we're doing. So mine, it gives you a huge advantage, because our mining time right now is quite honestly the least expensive that it will ever be. And between now and the time that we launch, it's already a foregone conclusion that that mining time will increase. Now, with that said, understand that take massive action. So many times I hear people say, well, I'm easing into it, I'm trying to understand everything, and they get, what do they call it in the industry, paralysis by analysis. You're not going to understand every single feature of this platform in a weekend. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to articulate the platform and to be able to bring it to mainstream people and talk in such a way that they understand that it can be replicated. The very first time you look at anything, I don't care if it's a mathematical equation or if it's German language, you're not going to understand it. But hopefully, through training, education, and you, the end user, engaging in our platform, it will come over time. The thing that you want to focus on right now, because we will do all the training for you, we'll do all the education for you. That's part of what you're buying in your package is education. That allows you into this private community. That allows you to take part and benefit from the educational information that we're putting out on such webinars as this. Understand that timing not only as a distribution arm, but timing as on the wholesale platform, it's two-pronged. Timing not only benefits you for being the first one to know about the distribution arm, timing also is incredibly lucrative on the wholesale platform. So you've really got a two-pronged opportunity based on timing that you can really, really knock this out of the park and share it very quickly, very easily, plug them into these calls. And like I said, a lot of, we won't get into that tonight. So in summary, that's what we do. We mine, we trade, and we share on a platform that's quite honestly is the best mousetrap that I've seen out there. Now, in closing, let's see. We got a couple other slides, but I'm already 45 minutes into this, so I'm going to stop right there. Now, the promo. We are going to run a promo because we want to identify leaders in Vizionary. We want to introduce ourselves to the leaders of Vizionary. We want people to meet the owners. We want people to understand our vision, and the best way that we can do that, the best way is that we're going to offer people who meet the qualification, all expense paid trip to, I believe it will be in Benidorm, where you saw the pictures of where I was at, in Benidorm, Spain, in and around the July 4th weekend. Now, it might be a little bit before, might be a little bit after, but it will coincide with the launch of Vizionary at the 1st of July. Now, you've got about 6 weeks. Now, qualifications will be on the website and posted on the website. Now, we took into account that some people have been in a couple of weeks and some people have only been in a couple of days. So we're going to make it retroactive back to a certain date so that all the work that you've done thus far, whether you brought in 2 people or 20 people, whether you hit a certain rank, we want to make the slate clean, and we're going to start as though the date you started was the date the promotion started. So we're going to make it retroactive back to a certain point in time. I don't know, let's say April 1st or April 30th. That way, anything work that you've done now will go towards qualification and earning an all-expense paid trip to Spain. So we're really going to promote this, and the details will be submitted into the back office where you'll be able to review those and start engaging and building your business, because I would love nothing more than to meet anyone who qualifies, to be quite honest with you. Once you've experienced Spain, once you've been there, Nicole and I actually went and we fell in love with it, the architecture, the people. We had a beautiful penthouse that overlooked the mountains and the ocean and the city of Benidorm for that matter. So our thanks to Freddie Berg and Ladislav for putting us up in a 5-star facility that was absolutely stunning and beautiful, and we really enjoyed our time. I didn't go to Spain with the intention of coming back being the master distributor, coming back being a co-owner, and really leading this vision of what we have worldwide, because we're just getting started, guys, and we're going to identify over the next 6 weeks or over the next month or so who our leaders are going to be, and we're going to do our best to take care of them, meet them, educate them, share our vision with them. So for today, this is Andy Morbitzer, Global Master Distributor of Vizionary. Thank you for joining us. This call will be recorded and posted. So thank you for spending your Sunday evening with us. Have a great rest of your weekend. God bless, and we'll see you Tuesday on the compensation training. Until then, good night.